Good morning from Country Music Matters. We are introducing you to a wonderful new artist, Matt Rogers. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, what's up?
What's
Thanks
up?
for having me.
You're new to us and our fans, and tell us all about you and how you got things rolling.
Well, my name's Matt Rogers. I'm a Georgia boy, but I live in Nashville now, and I've been working pretty hard in the songwriting scene for a couple years, and I've just put out my sophomore EP and trying to get some new music to some new listeners and see how you guys feel about it.
And your sophomore EP is Richest Place on Earth, correct?
That's right. It came out May 26th everywhere, and it's been a pretty fun ride here so far.
How is the feedback on that from your fans?
I couldn't be more pleased. I have such a great support system anyways. I've been playing live and touring for about 5 years now, and so my fan base is great, but kind of getting it to new people and hearing their feedback on it's been really cool too.
Now, I have to tell you, a song that stuck out for me that I heard you do was Forgetting You Is Fun.
That's right, yeah, that's the current single.
Tell us all about that song.
It doesn't get any more fun than that. Everyone's got a relationship they're glad they got out of.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the idea when we were kicking around in the writing room. We were trying to think of what to write, and we said, man, that's something that everyone can relate to, So we wrote that song. We knocked it out in 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's a good summertime feel, some kind of an anthemish of getting back on the horse and getting out of that relationship and getting over that ex and getting back to it. So it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to write. It's a lot of fun to play live. It gets a pretty good response because, like I said, it's relatable.
Yeah. Now, you've been a songwriter for quite a while, and how do you know at what point to put what songs on what EP or what album?
I think they organically go where they're supposed to. This particular project was important to me because I had written so many songs in the last year and a half, 2 years, that to narrow it down to that number, 6 and 8 with the 2 bonus tracks on the hard copy was hard. I wanted it to be something that was cohesive, that said you can put in and listen to track 1 all the way through the end. And at the end, I want you to kind of know who I am as an artist, but I also wanted you to get some insight on who I was as a person. And I think I accomplished that. I'm really happy and really proud about the project, and I just hope other folks can enjoy it as well.
Who has been your biggest mentor? Not so much influences, but a mentor, somebody who has really pushed you and supported you.
I've met some incredible folks in town, but producers, artists, songwriters, all of that. So it would be hard for me to mention one. But my producer, Matt McClure, produced this record, and he is just an incredibly bright guy. And he was able to guide me and tell me some things different approaches, things that I'd not really considered or ever thought about, that really opened my headspace to some things. Artist-wise, Zach Brown, he's had a place in my hometown where I got to watch him play a lot of live music and hang out with him as he was kind of coming up, and that was really cool. He turned me on to a lot of new music and always supported everyone doing their own art, putting their own heart and soul into the music. So that was pretty big for me as well.
Now, did you have anything kind of set up before you came to Nashville, or it was like just came out cold?
Right, yeah, I did not want to be one of those folks that said, man, folks think I sing okay, maybe I should move to Nashville and live out of my truck. I was kind of terrified of that, so I did the traditional route. I went to college. I got a couple different pieces of paper with my name on them, and I got about as good a job, as I could have got in Macon, Georgia, when I had the opportunity to move up here and write songs. So I took it, and that's what the title track of the new album, Richest Place on Earth, is all about, is taking that leap of faith and not. Richest Place on Earth is about graveyards, and folks that did not take that first step, people that were too afraid of failure to do what they really wanted to do and be happy out of this life. And I'm terrified of that. Honestly, I don't want to be one of those people that lives with regrets and have to think about what if, So I'm going for it.
And that's easy to do. That's easy to do. People get in a rut, or like the artist Wade Hayes had a song, "Go Live Your Life."
Sure.
Just go for it.
It's funny you said ruts. There's a line in the song that says you got to pull yourself out of the ruts because ruts turn to graves.
Yeah,
if
they do.
Get deep enough.
They really do.
So that's kind of what that song's all about, and it's my personal story. I wrote that song by myself in the truck between Atlanta and Nashville after I'd run into a funeral procession. So that's kind of a little bit of a heavier song, but it's certainly my story, and it's something that that carries a lot of emotion and is very close to me.
Was it hard to build trust when you came here in who you can trust? And
I hate to, I like to believe in people as much as I can, so I don't want to be jaded. You see folks that get that way sometimes. I just try to be me and let the chips fall where they may. You can't obviously give everything away right at the beginning, but I've been incredibly blessed because some of the friends that I moved up here with or moved up right after me, we were all really close before. And the Georgia network is kind of a special network anyways. There's so many folks from Georgia up here anyway, and everybody supports one another.
I think it's kind of becoming like the Texas scene almost.
It
There's
is,
a lot of Georgia artists now.
Everyone writes with one another, supports each other, and shares stuff online, and that's important to me. I think that's a really special thing to have. My circle is just loaded with talent and loaded with good people, which is more important. And such good friends, such good people, and I couldn't be more blessed.
And how is there pro and con on social media? What do you think of I mean, there has good and bad.
It's I'm on the fence as well. You know, it's kind of busy work. You know, you have to do certain things. But then again, it's incredible. It's incredible to be able to expand your reach and to be able to do it on your own and choose what you want to put out there. But I like to be open with it. I don't like to just be badgering people all the time with, hey, come to this show. Hey, check this out. I like people getting in and seeing a little bit of what I do on a day-to-day basis and getting to know about me. That's kind of what the whole album's about.
What has been your biggest learning curve?
The business, for sure. The business, for sure, is you think you have an idea. It's one of those things, as soon as you think you have something figured out, you're wrong. But it's a constant learning experience. The business is constantly evolving because of all this new technology. So staying on top of that and surrounding yourself with folks that have that insight, that have that future vision, and kind of see where things are progressing is really important too. You know, if you want to be on the cutting edge, there's some folks here that are brilliant, that are always on that cutting edge and constantly evolve with the business, and those are the folks that you want to be around.
So what do you have on schedule the rest of the year, even though the year's half over?
Right. Well, we just put this new album out, and we're going to be touring like crazy. We've got a lot of festivals and some other tours and some support dates and stuff like that. So we're really going to just try to get out there and meet as many new people as we can, let you hear what we're all about, and let you hear some of our new music and beat up the road a little bit.
Okay. So speaking of socials, where can people find you at?
MattRogersCountry.com is my website. There's links to everything there. All of my social medias, music, video, tour schedule, merchandise, everything you could ever want to know.
Is this your first CMA Fest?
This is my first time at Fanfare X. I did get to play a couple things last year, but I'm at Fanfare X, getting to connect with other artists, connect with, most importantly, more fans, new fans. And country music fans are just the best, man. Everyone's so accepting and always looking for something new. So it's cool to get to do that and be a part of that.
Well, Matt, we thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your CMA Fest, and we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.